Alright, moving on to our next Patreon request, and this one comes from Major Mercury, who asked me to do a crossover between Randy Cunningham and Warhammer, the Old World. So, here we go. But as always, if you guys would like to have a Patreon request done, just hit the link below. Head on over to my Patreon where you guys get the third tier. That'll allow you to start sending requests for videos to do here on YouTube, as well as check out other videos on the other tiers as well. I will be doing a review of Beetlejuice, the new movie. That'll be coming out today. I don't know what time, but it will be coming out. That review will be coming out later today after I go see the movie. So if you want to get my thoughts on that film, head on over to Patreon. There you go. Anyway, so let's get started with the video. So the story is set after the events of the end of Randy Cunningham, Ninth Grade Ninja, and Randy's just kind of like, yeah, I beat the sorcerer. Hannibal McFist and his robots, they're not a big threat anymore. I'm just kind of having a good old time. I'm just having a I'm just I'm the BMOC, the big man on campus right now. But the thing of it is, there's still a problem in Norrisville. See, the sorceress has returned, and after being thrown into the realm of shadows, she kind of ended up somewhere else in that realm of shadows, because it wasn't just a realm of shadows, it was a realm of chaos. And in that universe, she found someone else. So Randy encounters the sorceress once again, and he's like, man, how many times do I have to, like, fight you? Do you, I beat the sorcerer, you're the diet sorcerer. That, maybe they should call you Sorcerer-less, and Howard's in the background like, that was weak! Shut up! So, Randy does battle with the sorceress, but it turns out, but as he's fighting her, he realizes, oh, what the juice. She's actually really stronger, and why is she shooting blue? Doesn't she usually shoot, like, purple? What's with the different shade of magic here? I don't know what's going on. Well, turns out that while she was back in the land of shadows and found herself back in the realm of chaos, she was found by Tzeentch, the chaos god of magic and change, and now she's acting as a herald of Tzeentch and the other three chaos gods to try to bring them into this universe, because it's another universe that's free, that would probably even welcome them even more. So the sorceress is trying to open a gateway to what is known as the Old World and bring the Chaos Gods here. So she's trying to open this portal. Randy's like, oh, not on my watch, tackles her, and they both go through the portal, and Howard is just there like, oh, this is bad. So Randy and the sorceress, as they're tumbling through this portal, they're both fighting each other until eventually Randy and the sorceress get separated, and Randy gets dumped out in a field, and he's just like, oh, God, my head. Okay, where am I? And he sees, like, okay, open grass. I could still be on campus. Everything's fine. I'm cool. Everything's fine. There's a dragon. There's a dragon right there, and I am freaking out. So, Randy has landed in the lands of Cathay. And, of course, the warriors of Cathay encounter him, and they think he's one of their own until he, like, takes off his mask, and they're like, what's with the white boy? Why does this man from the Empire come wearing our garbs? And he's like, whoa, chill out, everybody be cool. I think I just landed in, ancient China or whatever. And they're like, China? No, you're in the land of Cathay. Welcome to the king. You're in Nippon. And he's like, oh, I landed in another universe, didn't I? Shit. So Randy, when he tries to escape, one of the wizards of Cathay holds him down with magic, and he's like, "Yep, I'm in a Dungeons and Dragons world." So Randy gets captured. He gets brought before the dragons, and the dragons are like, "Nah, he cool. He's a wayward warrior who has been battling chaos on his world." So, and Randy's like, "Cool. Can I leave? Can you guys help me get a way back?" And they're like, we don't have that kind of magic. The only people who would probably have that kind of magic to send you back to your realm, warrior, is the high elves of Ulthuan. And he's like, cool, I gotta go to Rivendell. And the warrior's like, no, we said Ulthuan. What's Rivendell? And he's like, never mind. Can you point me in the direction of Ulthuan? And they're like, yeah, it's a long journey. Cool. Can you, like, fly me there? No. Okay, guess I'm walking to Ulthuan. And the warriors of Cathay start laughing. And he's like, haha, did I say something funny? And they're like, yeah, Ulthuan is a flying island over the sea. And he's like, goddamn fantasy worlds. All right. Points him in the direction. They actually give him Randy a few extra weapons as he travels. So he goes on this long journey to Ulthuan. Along the way, Randy has to like battle his way through, you know, thieves, and he encounters beastmen. He actually does he battles beastmen when they try to eat him. He slays an ogre trying to eat some villagers. He kills actually several ogres in a fight to save some villagers. Then he actually like encounters a clan of orcs who he in a bloody fight fights his way through them. And as Randy is traveling to Ulthuan, he has like this legend growing of the man in the red, the hero in the red scarf. And as Randy's traveling, he's like collecting weapons. He's like he's gathering weapons. He's even learning how to like harness magic in some capacity, like little like invisibility spells or something like that. He's not really magic prone, but he is kind of like picking up some potions and whatnot to help him. And of course, fighting your way through the old world is gonna leave its mark on you. But his whole thing is like, I'm getting back home. I'm going back. I'm gonna get to Ulthuan, and I am going to go back home and sleep in my bed for like 10 years. So as Randy's like fighting his way, he doesn't going on all these other adventures. He even because the thing is, even though he's traveling, he's going to Ulthuan, he's still a hero. So whenever he hears, he's almost like a Samurai Jack thing, where he encounters someone who's like, I need help with this, and he's like, all right, fine, I can help. I need money, I need food. So again, it's almost like Samurai Jack, where Randy is like building this legend as he's helping people as he's traveling through the continent towards Ulthuan. He fights alongside the dwarves to battle the Skaven. The dwarves actually are like, cool, have this blunderbuss, and he's like, cool, thanks. And they also enhance his weapons with dwarven steel. Randy also battles, gets kidnapped by the Skaven and has to fight his way out of the ground. Of the Under Kingdom, he battles the vampires. He actually does battles Manfred von Karstein in a sword fight and cuts off one of his fingers during the fight. And he's like, I bet no one cut you like that, huh? And then Randy slashes Manfred across the face just to be like, whenever you look in your face again, you're gonna think of me, pal. Smoke bomb, bitch. Then he also in his travels, he encounters and fights giants alongside Gotrek and Felix. So he goes through the Empire of Man. He fights alongside the warriors of Reichland and actually gets knighted by Karl Franz. It's just like an adventure. Again, it's very much like Samurai Jack, where it's just him traveling through the old world trying to get to this place. Eventually, he does get to Ulthuan and discovers that the place is under attack. The sorceress has found her way and now embraced chaos and has now become a Lord of Change through Tzeentch's magic. And they're attacking Ulthuan. Randy has to fight his way, save elves left and right, until he eventually gets to the sorceress, where he proceeds to decapitate that bitch once and for all. And the elves, forever thanking him, erect a statue in his honor, and even memorials are placed around everywhere Randy went throughout his time in the old world. He basically was remembered as a legend, and eventually he does. He's asking them hey, I've traveled for months through this land to get here. Can you guys send me back home? And they're like, we could, but that sorceress corrupted the portal that could have used our magic to send you to some other world. And he's like, fuck. So I'm stuck here. But however, in Randy's, moment of despair, that's when the god of gods show up. Sigmar Heldenhammer comes, appears in the clouds and says, Cunningham, Randy, son of Cunningham, you are a proven warrior. For months you have proven yourself to be a true warrior and a man of legend. All around you are praised as a hero, from the smallest child to the greatest of dwarves. I will grant you this boon of sending you back to your world. But know this, when you pass, you will become when you pass from this life, I have already laid claim to your soul as one of my greatest champions. And he's like, I'm not going to think on that right now, but it'd be cool to send me back home. So Randy gets teleported back home, and he's only been gone for 12 hours. Howard was trying to getting Julian to make a magic spell, which was failing because it wasn't even fucking real. And Randy gets dumped back there, and he's just like, how long was I gone? About 12 hours. I was gone for 2 years, dude. I was in a Dungeons and Dragons world for 2 years. And they're like, cool. Tell us all about it, because I'm starving. And he's like, are we going to eat fried chicken? Yes. I'm going to eat so much fried chicken. And that's how the story ends. Anyway, so there you go, guys. That is pretty much the Randy Cunningham old Warhammer fantasy story. I want to thank Major Mercury for this Patreon request, as well as continued patronage, and you guys tell me in the comments below what you guys think of it. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.